Hello. Hello. Are we live? Yes, we're live. How is everybody doing? I'm just going to let people know that I'm live in the Facebook group, the two Facebook groups. So that way everybody knows I'm there. And I'm going to do it in one more group. How is everybody doing on this beautiful Saturday morning? Today we're coloring in Jade Summer's Grayscale Mermaids. This is the little girl the little child mermaid, and here she has a dolphin. Here's some little fish, and I like this very much. This is the Grayscale, but I did get some new supplies. I found out that from Blick's website you can buy the Tombow irritant pencils individually. So I got 4 of those. I got 2 of the reds, and these are the 2 blues because I use up these colors quite a lot. So I needed them. So rather than me buying whole new sets again, you can buy them individually at Dick Blick's. So I hope everybody's doing well today. Then I bought some more refills for my Dick Blick's and Copics. These are what the refills look like. This one is the only one that I got, the Copics. Other Copics I need are out of stock right now, but that's okay. Put these away for later. And today we will be using our markers. So we will be using them. So this is a picture I decided. I did get some new stuff. I did get the new Color in Heaven magazine. This is Bohemian Beauties. This is the new magazine from Color in Heaven. This is by Dorian Attic, aka T. Farland. And there are 8 exclusive designs in this book. Hello, Shara. This is the new one from Color in Heaven. This is like, I have a subscription to it, so I get one every month. I think the subscription personally is worth it because you get to experience a new artist that you wouldn't normally experience. These are freaky artists. I tried to figure out who it was, and I thought it was going to be Carolina Kubakowska, but I guess I was wrong. Then I got Forest Fairies Coloring Book Cafe. Hello, Christy. How are you? There's some really cute pictures of the fairies in here. Those who know me know that I really like fairies and things like that. So then I got another Camellia Angelikova. I got her 50 Graceful Unicorns. And images are just as beautiful as her fairies and mermaids in here. So those were the only things that I got that were new. So it was a little bit of everything, you know. So today we will probably be using my Les Michel markers, and just to show you just how big this set is. And I've already gone through set. These are not refillable. So I'm looking for yellow. So her hair will be yellow. Oh, thank you guys for the thumbs up. So these are the Les Michel markers. They have one end that's a chisel. How are you, Becky? Today we're coloring in Jade Summer's Mermaids Grayscale book. This is the Grayscale version of her mermaid book. This is the book that we're coloring, Mermaids Grayscale book by Jade Summer. And I've already colored a picture in this book already, so I can't use it for Color Your Hoard. So that's the picture that we'll be doing today. There's a lot of pretty pictures in this. You should get this one. I have the mermaid line art one, and I have this one, but I like this one better than I like the line art work, even though the pictures are exactly the same. I think the reason why I like this one a little bit better is because it's grayscale. So the pictures come out a little bit different when you work in this book. So her hair's going to be blonde. The markers we're using today are the Les Michels. I might use other markers just to do this. So as you can see, I have a page. I have a blotter page in the back. This is canary yellow. They call it cornaria. That's true, Becky. I think that is very true. Yesterday I worked with pencils. Today I'm working with markers. So before I came on, I was watching Anne and showing how she embellished all the little pictures that she did with that, and I thought that was really cool how she embellished the picture from the new Renaissance book by Charaka Haratat. You know, it depends on what you like in a mermaid book. But sometimes there's some really sexy pictures out there, and then there's some that are just more. There are some, and I think art is depends on who's coloring it. And everybody has a different viewpoint of art. I think that sometimes that's what we do sometimes, but I think depending on what we like. But you see, sometimes I'll see a book that everybody loves and raves about, but you know, the book may be beautiful, it may be cute, it may be different, Becky, but sometimes I see books that people have, and I'm like, I don't really see the appeal of that, and that's just my taste. You know what I mean? Other people have a different idea of what they like to color and use when they do that. You know, people are as different as. Looking for the blue gray. They don't seem to have the blue gray in this set, which is a nice color for dolphins. Looking for the colors. But that's too dark of a color. Yeah, I like that. This is blue gray. There's a couple of books by Jade Summer. And you know, it's actually two brothers who come up with Jade Summer is not actually a person. It's actually two brothers, Eric and Nick, who run the company. And I think that Jade Summer, the Grayscale books are just. I have enjoyed their Grayscale books a lot. I believe somebody is doing. You're funny, Char. You need your coffee refilled. I think all of us need coffee refilled. Hi, Nick and Tina. Was it Nick or is it Tina today? Or was it both of you? Nick and Tina, I'm using my Les Mouchot markers. These look a lot like your Touch New markers. So hi, Nick. But they don't really leave streaks, which is what I like about them. I was trying to find my Benny Klein, and I could not find my Benny Klein book. So I have a digital version of one of his books. Actually, it's called Steam. If you guys would like me to do something from him next week, let me know. Or we're gonna do something from Linda Raren's. But I'm thinking about doing the Rumpelstiltskin picture next week. I'm good today. We started a little earlier today than we did yesterday. Now, what happened yesterday was my mother got hungry and needed to eat, so I had to make an adjustment to my schedules because I eat when I have. Really, there's so many Grayscale books out there now, Christy. It's just Jade Summer has them, Molly Harrison, Alana Lavavia has a lot of Grayscale books, Christine Karen has a lot of Grayscale books. So, there's a whole lot of books out there, guys, now that we have books out there. This is a little pink, and this is. That is Cosmos. That's going to look totally different when it's dried. And this is called Pet Light Pink. Good morning, Barb. How are you? Or good afternoon, I should say. Now, this is a skin tone. This is called Pearl White. This is 109. You can use this as a skin tone. Oops, I missed something with the dolphin. And I think I missed a piece of her hair here. And we'll use in the Lame Show markers. And now I'm going to go back to my canary yellow. Different markers are going to react differently on different papers, so keep that in mind too, guys. Remember, when this dries, as Anne used to say, it creates magic when this dries. Because remember, when it dries, it looks totally different. Because remember, these have black backgrounds on them. So don't be afraid to use your markers. I've already gone through 2 colors in this set. It's 168 markers in this set. And there's a trick to using markers, and they don't tell you it. But if you go fast, you create less streaks. When you go slow, you create more streaks. Yeah, I wasn't always fast, Shara. And remember, guys, sometimes if you're not happy with the colors that come out on your markers, you can always go over them with pencil or a different color, and it creates a different effect with your markers. So keep that in mind, guys. You can change the colors up too. See, you can see it's starting to dry, which is nice. Like, we get to see the lines come out. That's the light pink. Pale green. And mint green. That's the pale green. I'm not really as fast as most people think I am, Shara. But these are my favorite markers. These were given to me as a Christmas gift. And when you first get markers, they should be tight. But when you first get any markers, they're going to smell a little bit. But that's okay. I'm used to the smell of them. So Grayscale has become one of my favorite mediums to color. I really am enjoying coloring with Grayscale. I think, the buddy color, I love what Becky does for the community. She does a lot for the community, all her colors. I don't like the smell of gasoline, but that's just me. Make sure they snap when you put them back in place. That's how you know you. Now, some people will say, well, if you're coloring with markers, you're cheating. Grayscale, you're kind of cheating the way of coloring with Grayscale. And really, I don't think you're cheating. I just think Grayscale is just adds more to the picture. Hi, Cora Beth. How are you? Nice to see you here today. Well, the stronger they smell, the better they are, the higher quality they are as far as markers. I've had markers where they don't smell very much like anything. So keep that in mind too. But everybody's going to have a different take on markers, and everybody's going to have something different that they like. Like some people really love the watercolor, the water-based markers. Not to say they're bad, it's just that I'm not a fan of the Tombos myself, the brush markers, but that's just me personally, because I know there's several people in the community who love them, but it's not for me because I like my alcohol markers better. Does that mean they're any less, they're better or less? It's a different product. Hello, Selena. Sometimes, when I'm coloring, I gotta concentrate on what I'm coloring because I can't look at the chat, so. Hmm. Water has its place. Don't get me wrong. There are people who do phenomenal work with water markers, water-based markers. I'm not talking about the water brush pens. I'm talking about the actual water brush pens, the ones that are like the Tombos. Not the new Tombos, but the old Tombow markers, the brush pens. I'm not a fan of them. I tried them once and they just bled through everything. Luckily, it was a paper I had printed rather than in a book, so I was fortunate in that way. Hi, Elizabeth. And you know what that is, Christy? I think that's practice and more the medium. I do like their pencils, though. Their Irritant pencils, the combos. They have really nice colors that you don't get in other sets that are subdued. See, once she dried, she looks so different. Same thing with the dolphin. It looks so different when it's finished. And I did manage to get Comic Con tickets for Thursday and Friday. I was not able to get Saturday because Saturday sold out within 30 minutes of the tickets going on sale. Let me get that. And there. I'm looking for a nice color in here. There's so many colors in here. It's hard to sometimes figure out what color you're going to use next. This is pale lilac. Oh yeah, that's a nice color. And if you're afraid of using markers, what you can do is do what I do, put a blotted page behind so you don't ruin the page behind it. Because even though these have black pages to Jade, some they still are on that Grayscale paper. Or the Amazon paper as they're not calling it. I don't mind the Amazon paper. Have found a way to make it work for me. Or we could do a picture from that other Chinese Grayscale book, which everybody seems to love. But I'm kind of scared to do it because I don't know what pencils are going to work in that book. So I've seen a lot of people do watercolor in that book, and that's the Fine Color book by Juju Lee. You know, I saw some of the pictures that people have done for that community color. I haven't gotten a chance yet to watch that video, Becky, but those pictures just were stunning that you guys did, that everybody put in the work. Yeah, you know, I use Mosaic for those for my flip throughs. Like I film on the regular thing, but for the software that I use to actually convert it to YouTube format, I use an editor called Mosaic Pro. I think it also shows that people are different depending on what they like to use. You know, when I studied, I was a pencil girl, Becky. Not to say that pencils are bad, it's just that they're different mediums totally than markers. Mr. Crab. Oh, Shortcut. I've never heard of that program before, but that's an interesting program. Thank you. I'd have to look that up. But that's the name of the program that Becky uses to edit her videos. Wow, you guys are amazing. 15 of you. Remember, if you guys like to do the grayscale, give it a thumbs up because, when I came up with the idea of grayscale, I wanted to show people that don't be afraid of grayscale. Use it as a tool. The shading's already done for you, so half the work is done. And I showed yesterday you can use it in pencils on grayscale with the Christina Nowak book. See, mine was similar, Becky, but I paid like 30 for mine. Then I got a free trial period to do it, and then I paid 30 for it. So to me, it was worth it after the trial because I needed something to convert my videos to YouTube format because they were taking me almost 4 hours to upload. And once I got the mosaic, it takes me a third of the time, maybe even less than that. So to me, that was worth it. You know who else does beautiful grayscale is Jana Prazavina. She has beautiful art in her grayscale still. But I want to pick people who are accessible also. You know what I mean? Like I want to show a lot of different people, but I'm also doing people that are somewhat accessible. Like Jade Summer is very accessible, and I know a lot of you love her work. So, but I think we all do something different. Like when does anybody know who's doing the Jade in June? I thought it was John, the bibliophile colorist, who was doing Jade in June, but I'm not 100% sure. I think he's co-hosting that with a bunch of other people, if I'm not mistaken. And I cannot use this image for Color Your Horde because I used another image for Color Your Horde. I mean, there's a lot of hashtags this month. There's June Grayscale, Glitter for Tickle, Jade in June. And I think there's one other hashtag, but I'm not 100% sure about the other hashtag. So if someone knows what the other hashtag is, let me know. Shalane did Jane in June, but I think John is also doing that with her. Oh yes, there's also the HK 5K Paratrick, which There's a couple of ladies doing that. Color and Chat with Sammy, Isabel, our own Becky, and Honor are doing that. I don't think I'm doing anything in July. I think July is my first month that I don't have a thing, which I'm kind of glad that I don't have a thing, because in August I am co-hosting Creative Haven August, as far as I know now, with Color and Chat with Michelle, Becky. Lisa's Coloring Corner has volunteered to do it as well with us. So those are the three ladies so far that I know are doing it with me. And I know there were a few other channels who already said that they were going to do it as well. So August, bring out your Coloring Creative Haven books. I made a mistake. I said Coloring Heaven. I meant Creative Haven. I know. So, but doesn't mean we can't start planning, right? I'm just telling people that my July is going to be very free. So you never know. And I also have been working in my romantic country books a lot lately, but I haven't finished it. So, and I also have the Kelly O'Gorman calendar, which I want to start working again in. Oh, that's wonderful that you have three grandchildren, Shara. That's a wonderful thing to have grandchildren to play with. And in October, there will be a new edition. I'll be an auntie again. My brother's having a girl, so I'll have another niece to play with. But, you know, it's an infant, so that'll be fun to be there for this baby. Oh, that's nice. I like those names, Andrew and Liam. Those are nice boy names. Thank you, Elizabeth. And this is with Lamer show markers, so these are not the Copics, these are not the Dick Licks. Now, I was flipping through this book and I was like, what picture speaks to me? And this little girl and this little dolphin spoke to me today. Do me, color me. And, you know, some pictures you just are like, they're just like, you must color me. Actually, what might happen in July, I think the second week or the week after July 4th, I'm going away for a little bit, you know, just for a weekend. So I might not have any content posted for that week. So, I mean, I'll have some flip throughs, of course, but oh no, I don't use them as good as, you know who uses them even better than me? Is Anne. She uses her markers so much better than me. I want to be able to use my Copics as well as Belinda. The other thing that I like about these markers is that they don't streak. You know what it is? It depends on what I'm using them for. Like Copics I use on my better books. I don't use them on my, or I use them on Copic paper. Becky, if you're gonna buy Copics, may I recommend two things that you do when you buy you if you want to buy them? Buy a basic color set of 12 markers or 24 markers. It actually is cheaper to do it this way if you buy the first set you have in the basic colors, and also buy a skin tone set, whether that be the chow or the sketch. And the reason why I say you might want to buy the skin tone set is just to see how the skin tones work for you. And it's a little bit cheaper to buy it that way. Because Copics are like what, $6 or $7. So think about that. Or you can subscribe to a art subscription box like Sketchbox, because every once in a while Sketchbox puts in some of their boxes a Copic marker in them. And that's how I got my first three Copic markers. After that, I fell in love with them. And I think the very first image that I ever colored with my Copics was a Mardell. I think it was the pumpkin in the Halloween book by Mardell Rubio. I used other markers with it because at the time I only had 3 Copics, so. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed this one too. Well, the other thing about Copics is that you can refill them, and the refill's about $5 or $6. But here's the thing that you got to remember about the refills: that they're handmade, and so they don't always have all the refills that you need in the color. So sometimes they're out of stock. So sometimes you have to put in an order for them and wait for them to come in. Someone asked me, would I get these or the Cali Arts as my favorite portrait marker? And to tell you the truth, I like these more than I like the Cali Arts. And part of the reason why I like these a little bit more than the Cali Arts is because these don't streak as much as the Cali Arts. Number two, there's a lot more colors. But they average around to the same price. Keep that in mind. So. Nice. The color that we're going to use, this is called Geranium. Now this is like a red color. Use the fab is going to be oh wait a minute, I have to put the purple over here. That's okay. We'll just finish that and then we'll go back and put the purple underneath. Coloring him in red. My little red. This is deep red. No, it's a funny thing because I have not seen those markers. Yet they were trying to sell me on them. When I went into Blix a few weeks ago, they were trying to sell me on the Prismacolor markers. They were nice. Sometimes they want you to try out the new products that they have there. And I'll tell you right now, there's nothing wrong with trying out new products, but you have to be. So sometimes what's new is not always going to work for you. But the thing I like about the stores, Dick Blix, in the stores, at least here in the city, is that they let you try them out in the store. You know what I mean? They give you demos of them, and they put them out so you can try. The other thing I like too about the stores is sometimes if you're looking for the Caran d'Ache products, they have a Caran d'Ache. I think they were special edition. Elizabeth, those Sharpies were special edition Sharpies. I think those were the only time they've sold them. I think you can look for them on Amazon and see if you can find them. Like, I don't have a Dollar Tree or a Dollar General where I live, but I do have like 99-cent stores. Recently, up by where I work, they opened up a Five Below on Fifth Avenue, so I have to go there. And that's an interesting store, Five Below, because that means everything is $5 or below. Only thing, mine is underground, Becky. Yeah, the entrance is above, and then they have an elevator and an escalator, and so you have to go down below to get it. So it's an underground store. There are several Blix, but the best Blick to go to, Elizabeth, if you're gonna go to any Blick in New York City, go to the one on Bleecker Street. I tell you, that store is the flagship store. So that store has everything you can imagine. If they don't have something in store, you can usually get it online. I may not end up finishing this today, but we may end up doing this. Isn't Joann's more like a crafter's store? So in Illinois, don't you have the Dick Blick outlet store there? Or am I thinking it's somewhere else, the Dick Blick outlet store? Now, supposedly there's a big time Dick Blick outlet store that has like all the art materials for like a little less than what you would pay for them in retail. Like basically they're still good stuff, but there's stuff that people have returned and don't want, so you get them at a very discounted price. Not a full, but you still have to pay for them. So that's the, and look how vivid that red came out. This is orange. Sorry, ever since I saw Finding Nemo, these fish always remind me of Finding Nemo. I don't know why, but that's my thing. Thank you, Miss Ann. Everyone, Miss Ann is here of A Colorful Life. How are you doing, Miss Ann? Thank you so much for the super chat. We're coloring in Jade Summers. I understand that. Life always seems to call. How are the folks doing? I love the Renaissance picture that you did. That was like one of my favorite pictures, and I loved how you bejeweled that. That picture that just blew me away. That the way you bejeweled that. Oh, we're working with my Les Michel markers. And this is green. This is vivid green. And then I'm going to do some green here. And this is a vivid green, number 46. I was saying before, Miss Anne, sometimes pictures speak to you. But this picture, I was going through this book today, and this picture spoke to me and said, color me. These are my favorite budget-friendly marker, Miss Anne. The Les Michel ones. That's true, right? It's like, you must color me. And this is the grayscale, Miss Anne. This isn't the the line art. I have the line art, but to tell you the truth, I am seeing that I seem to have a thing. Really, they're coming out with the brush tip. Really, wow. Brush tips are nice. I saw some brush tips, but they got bad reviews on Amazon, so I was going to get them because there were hundreds of them, and they weren't badly priced, but people did not like them at all. Said they were watchy. So I didn't know. Oh, hoo-hoo. Oh, hoo-hoo markers are like the Cali art. Just like orange and green. I don't know why, but I always like that combo. What is this? Meganata. Meganata. I have not tried this color before. Sometimes there's colors in the sets that you have, and you're like, oh, what colors are these? These look like something I would color. Wow, man, thank you for that. I did not know that these people. Sorry, guys. This is what you do to markers. Mauve shadow. Oh, that's nice. See, this is mauve shadow. Just looking for the color. Fluorescent pink. Hi, Candace. How are you? You know, it's kind of funny because I feel like sometimes if I go to what's it called? Oh no, this means the marker's dying. I'm not sure if they do. And do you know if they make the 100 color of still cool colors? You could check Amazon and see if they have it there. Oh no, take an aspirin if you can, or some herbal tea. That sometimes helps with headaches. Okay. So going into the other thing. Yeah, Anne has good deals on her site. Okay. Light orange. Well, that's a good deal, Anne. But think about how much enjoyment you get out of it, Candace. Oh, Anne, you didn't. You know, this color reminds me a lot of the tea orange in my Copics. Funny how some colors remind you of other colors in other marker sets. I'm done with this fish, then we'll be doing the final part, which is the ocean. That's a good goal. That's a good goal, Candace. I like that goal. So what color should we do? Ocean. Cerulean blue, phthalo blue, which looks dark. Pale blue, like jade green, which is like a bluish green color. Turquoise blue. And I think this is the pastel blue. We're going to do that. And then it's Grayscale month on this channel, so that's my theme this month, Grayscale pictures. There's that. It is fun. I actually done a Michaelina this month. I did Carolina Kubakoska. I did Linda Ravenscroft. Jade Summer. Yesterday we did a picture out of Slavic Beauties, and in that book there was grayscale pick. There's a few grayscale picks at the end of that book, so we did that. Making sure that I remembered everything in this book. To see if there's any part that I'm missing. Wait a minute, there's a little tiny part here. You guys don't get to see. So that is our picture, guys, that we have done today. And as you can see, it's already drying. I know, Anne. I loved when Oliver showed up on your video, actually, at the very end. And he was trying to push his way into the stream. He's grown into such a beautiful cat, and he is a really handsome cat. It is. Oh, and remember to wish Anne's cat Oliver a happy birthday to Oliver. So I watch a lot of Anne's videos too. So, but this is the. So, as you can see, we did this dolphin in blue gray. So I used these markers today, and these were what I used. The Lady Michelle. Okay. The Lady Michelle ones. Oh. Don't worry, guys. I will pick that up later. This is what happens when you have a big set of markers. Well, this is my big set of markers, Anne. This isn't. So. I was almost tempted to do the little girl brown, but I think it works better if she's blonde. But what I like about... I gotta put these down somewhere. Keep dropping. That's the only bad part about this case. I did get the new Color in Heaven magazine in, but I found out that I also showed these off at the beginning of the stream. I got these. I found out that if you go to dickblick.com, they now sell the Tombow irritant pencils individually. So what happened was I was working on a project and I ran out of this color for the river. Hello, Tanjay with Johnson Art. So and then I also got some more refills. This is a Copic refill. These are my Blick refills. So I got some more of those. So I just wanted to show you those that I got it. So this is where we'll probably end the stream, guys. I hope you guys liked this because I really enjoyed doing it. I'm thinking maybe next week we'll do a probably a Bennett Klein maybe next week, or even a I gotta find my Bennett Klein book. So because really I don't think we can do Grayscale without discussing Bennett's work, because he was one of the first people to do Grayscale, and I would like to do a picture from him just because I think we cannot talk about how important he was to the Grayscale movement. So keep that in mind. I'll probably do print something from my book called Steam and pick one of the pictures from there and then color it on, print it out on marker paper. So, or we'll maybe do a Molly Harrison picture. So, thank you guys all for coming. And this has been a wonderful time. Enjoy your weekend. I will see you probably on Friday again. So, have a wonderful, wonderful week or week. And And remember, grayscale is not scary. Bye, everybody.